Hello ladies and gentlemen, Captain Check here. Welcome to some more Space Engineers. It's been a while since I've done an update video, but oh man, they added some cool stuff. So what you're about to see is a work in progress. It's actually a speed build that I've been working on that will be up on the channel in probably a few days as soon as I have time to finish her up. So bear in mind, unfinished product, but I figured it'd be cool to test out the new patch stuff on my current build. So without further ado, there is my current like version 0.0 build of a Jedi Star Cruiser, sort of with a Space Engineers twist. I'm trying to make it work within the Space Engineers universe and actually have the ship design be based on how the game actually works. I'll go into that more in the actual speed build. What I want to talk about though is the new patch that just dropped last night. It is friggin' cool. You may be wondering, Shaq, what are these new blocks? Well, these are glass blocks, which I can't get inside. There we go. These are glass blocks. You can make epic glass, like, cockpits now. But here's the thing, if the cockpits in the original version, before this patch, you couldn't actually sit in first person. Like in a fighter, you could sit inside the cockpit, look around, see your body. Now, they've added 2 new cockpits. They've got this fancy one, which doesn't have the gigantic screens. Here, let me pull out the old one. You guys can take a look at the differences here. I really like this. I mean, if you've watched my past videos, you know I've been asking for new cockpits for a while now. All right, let's go ahead and get inside. There we go. I'm in a capital ship bridge right now, and I'm looking at it from the first person, which is pretty badass. Now, this cockpit right here, this bridge, isn't actually the bridge of this ship. And I'll show you what's going on. Some of you may have noticed it after I put down the old style bridge. You guys can kind of get a handle on what's changed. Here's the old style bridge. Now the thing with the old style bridge was there was no first person because it takes up your entire view. I get in, immediately puts me into third person, and you know I can zoom out and I can take a look at the sexy ship that's being built here. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Hasn't been painted or anything yet, but yeah, this throws you right into third person. So they finally added the first person view, and the last bridge that they've added is just a gigantic. Almost fell out the window. A gigantic fighter cockpit is pretty much what it is. You can sit inside, as you can see. It's just the fighter cockpit, but it's the size of a capital ship block. I mean, that's all it is, but it's still very cool. I mean, I love it. I love the concept here. I'm probably going to make another one. I will be making another one of these towers, and I'll probably be making it with this. I want to assume that these types of cockpits here have more armor. At least I would like to think that. You got the door in the back that you can enter through, which is also really neat. So this is going to open up ship design too, because a lot of the problems, I'm falling. Well, one of the problems when you're designing a ship is the cockpits just aren't. They don't jive, really, with what you're trying to build. If you wanted to have the big glass cockpit like something from, say, one of the Halo games, where they always had these big windows, then you can do that now, which is really, really cool. All right, so that's the cockpits and the glass. Now, the glass comes in a bunch of angles and shapes, and it is a little confusing at first to try to get your angles right, because when you rotate it, they have 2 different colors on 2 different sides. You can see on the inside it's blue, so you'll be messing with that a lot. Now, if you guys figure out a way to make that easier and like understand which direction they need to go, let me know in the comments below, because I would really like to know, because I'm sitting here like rotating 1,000 times, and even with the box in the corner, I still just can't seem to get it quickly the right side facing the direction it needs to go. So, also this did have a roof to it, but I couldn't get it to attach. It just floated away. It's out in space right now. It's lost in space. All right. So the last thing that they've added, and I'm gonna have to go inside the ship here, the Endurance that I've been building, and I'm gonna miss it. They changed the speed the jetpack works in, I think, what was the last patch. All right, we're gonna have to take out the gravity generator for this one, because if we don't, it's gonna cause some issues. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about right now. They've added mass blocks. So, one of the questions have been, will they be adding physics to large ships and fighters? And the answer is yes. But the problem with that was every time you go into a gravity field, if they had done it to all ships, you would just dive. You would crash into stuff. Your big capital ships would be pulled into the gravity field of, say, a station and fall in space, and it would be really awkward. So now you can distinguish what you want to actually have gravity. So we'll put an artificial mass block on this, right? Yeah, let's just put 2. Let's spawn ourselves a new large ship. Shenanigans of having to and let's do some blocks here. Remove you. All right, so we've got our artificial gravity blocks. You can put these on anything, a fighter, you know, a capital ship like this. And we'll put a reactor down. Hopefully we're close enough. Where is the reactor? Let's do, well, first let's do the gravity generator. And we don't want a large reactor. Let's do a small reactor. All right. Here's our gravity gen. Have it facing that direction. And here's the reactor. Now watch what happens. Now the engines are still on, so they're trying to compensate for the drift. But right now, that entire front end of the ship is being affected by gravity and is literally falling out of the sky. Because there is now a down because we have gravity. Which is pretty badass. If I were to turn the engines off of this, it would literally fall and have a gravitational fix. So you know what? Let's have a little fun with it. Let's throw on artificial mass. Bop, bop, bop. How much gravity can your thrusters withstand? Oh, God, she's out of control. Mayday! Now she's spinning out of control because the gravity's taking effect, the thrusters are firing, and she's trying to stabilize, and it's not gonna happen because... Actually, it's not gonna happen because I don't have upward firing thrusters on that ship, so it can only fire in all but one direction. Whoops. Well, found a design flaw. That, and there's a hole in the bottom. Pretty cool, though. I really like this idea. Instead of having all ships and all items have be affected by gravity, now you can pick and choose what you want and still get the effect. So we're gonna let this thing spin. Maybe take that generator off. Let's see if we can slap some thrusters on the top. Stop! There we go. It's trying. It's really trying. Let's see if we can slap on a couple more. There we go. Did I make it worse? Awesome. So those are the new additions to the game. The glass, the mass, and what was, there was something else, wasn't there? Glass, mass, and cockpits. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and as always, thanks for watching. I've got to try to figure out how to stop my ship. All right, later, guys. I'm coming. I save you. Oh, no. No.